Motherwell are without the leading goal scorer Steve Kirk, who failed a fitness test this morning, and he's replaced by the former Clydebank player David Shanks, who's more renowned for his defensive qualities. Dave McCabe joins Paul Kinnear to make up a very pacey striking partnership, and they'll be depending on the midfield craft of the former Rangers star Bobby Russell, who's now 31 years old, but he retains the deftness of touch which served his former club so well for so long. Not surprising, the Rangers are unchanged from the side which beat Celtic in midweek, with Keith Drinkle and Mark Walters together again up front, looking to capitalise and service from a very powerful midfield of the two Fergusons, Wilkins and Brown. And it's the form of young Derek Ferguson in the last couple of matches which has encouraged the Ibrox faithful so much, and he'll be looking once again to make a midfield place his own with another good performance this afternoon. Well, referee Brian McGinley supervising a change of ends for the sides. He's making a very major impact since his return to top-class refereeing. He leads the refereeing table with the markings so far this season, and looks to be resuming what was a very impressive career before his unfortunate absence for nearly 2 years. This is Munro. Walters making a run, but Craig Patterson cuts it off. Former Rangers centre-half, Patterson. John Brown. Stevens coming from that deep position on the right. Well tackled by Boyd. Back with Derek Ferguson. Patterson nods it away. Brown to Walters. Too high for Ian Ferguson. Derek Ferguson running it down. There's Gary Stevens, well challenged by Boyd. This is O'Neill on the break for Motherwell. Looking for Bobby Russell on the right. Again, Rangers have possession. Crunching tackle from Wishart. Long ball looking for Ian Ferguson, nodding it back to Stevens. Off the crossbar and headed to safety by Chris McCart. Ian Ferguson causing problems in that Motherwell box. It was Stevens with the shot. A reaction there by Ian Ferguson came off the top of the crossbar, and did a courageous clearance by Chris McCart under the crossbar. Good play from Rangers, Goff, Wilkins and Stevens. Got him at full stretch. There's Derek Ferguson, now Ian Ferguson. Derek Ferguson came back to remain on side. There's Ian Ferguson, challenged by McCart. Derek Ferguson again. Taking on Boyd towards the byline. Help from Stevens and from Wilkins. By Boyd. Neil's pass, looking for McCabe on the right. Cut off by Brown, back helping Stuart Munro. To Stevens. That's for Drinkle. McCann goes in for the header. And the Motherwell defender appears to have been penalised for that. Free kick to Rangers. Taken by Wilkins. Here's Walters. Okay, to carry the ball over, but the linesman was on the spot to wait play on. Kinnear's header. Here's Russell missing it out, and it's Derek Ferguson who restores order to midfield. He's taken out of the play late by Shanks. Well, David Shanks will be in trouble for that. Acknowledging the incident to the referee, Brian McGinley, to see why. Here's Derek Ferguson. Now just look how composed he is on the ball, turning the pass inside, then getting caught late by Shanks. First time pass from Ian Ferguson to Walters. Taking on McAdam for the byline. Walters. Drinkle looks up and scoring. They'll wish it arrived. There was Ian Ferguson. Ferguson again. Maxwell was save. It was Walters who lofted it inside. The whistle had gone. The free kick to Motherwell. There's Wishart. There's McCabe now to Russell. Shanks making the run, but he was cut off by Goff. Now Kinnaird, supported well by Russell. And Shanks coming at the far post. Well, the first real threat in the match from Motherwell. And David Shanks making a lot of ground on the end of that. Kinnaird set it up for Russell. The cross came over. Up went Shanks, but he couldn't direct the header goalwards. This is Ray Wilkins. Walters. Pass forcing Stevens to stop his run. Drinkle comes in. Kevin Drinkle for Rangers. The pressure pays off in the end. 21 minutes into the first half. Drinkle getting his 9th goal of the season. And you'll see here, I'm sure, a misunderstanding in the Motherwell defence. Lofted in by Stevens. Two Motherwell defenders leaving into each other. Patterson and McCart. Drinkle solved the problem with a diving header, and Rangers go in front. Rangers fans very happy once again. There's McCabe, he's onside this time. It certainly was a major blow to Motherwell after coping defensively with that early onslaught. McCart and O'Neill going for that ball with Mark Walters. And McCart again is in the wars. He has to take a boot in the stomach. It was Walters who was involved, although I don't think there's any intent here. Walters very high with a challenge nevertheless, and that's what caught Chris McCart. Chris McCart recovers. He had to be winded by that challenge. Motherwell free kick taken by Russell. And it's McCabe with a header. Good move that from Motherwell. McCabe still to break his duck as a Motherwell player and came very close on that occasion. It was David Shanks who made it possible to head it on. McCabe angling that beyond Walker, but the keeper did well. One real threat to Nicky Walker from Motherwell, a header from Dave McCabe. But there's been one-way traffic that apart. Russell lofting it forwards, and there's Stevens coming inside for Rangers, and the half-time whistle goes. Rangers going off with the lead provided by Kevin Drinkle. It came in the 21st minute. It was Gary Stevens who sent over the cross. You could see Craig Patterson and Chris McCart left it to each other. Drinkle dived between them to nod home. The only goal of the first half, dominated by Rangers. It's Motherwell 0, Rangers 1. So Drinkle and Walter start the second half for Rangers. And Motherwell undoubtedly with a major task ahead to turn the tide, which flowed throughout that first half towards Alistair Maxwell. The vital breakthrough came from Kevin Drinkle, and now Motherwell will have to find a way to pierce the Rangers defence. It didn't appear very likely in the first half, and Rangers, I'm sure, will be anxious to get the second goal, which would surely tie the match up. But Motherwell certainly don't lack fighting spirit, that's for sure. Here's Paul Kinnaird. And there's a chance for Motherwell. It's Fraser Wishart. Fraser Wishart for their first goal of the season for Motherwell. And it's the Motherwell supporters this time who go wild. Right out of the blue, Paul Kinnaird checking onto his right foot. Rangers defence static. Fraser Wishart coming in. Walker had no chance, and Motherwell are back on level 10. Fraser Wishart hasn't scored all season, certainly not renowned for goal scoring. He made a lot of ground here on the end of that cross to put Motherwell back in the match. There's noise now coming from the Motherwell fans. McCabe getting in behind Terry Butcher. Taking on Butcher to the byline, and that's well saved by Walker. Now that was just a glimpse of the explosive pace of David McCabe. But just look how he takes on a top-class defender, sprinting to the byline, and that's excellent goalkeeping from Walker. And the Rangers management, Walter Smith and Graham Souness, must be a little bit concerned by the events of this second half. They may well be thinking about changing the pattern of play. The domination of the first half not quite matched in the second period when Motherwell competed much better, and there's the first evidence of that concern. John Brown goes off, and the replacement is Ian McCall, former Dunfermline Athletic player. And that involved some reorganisation of the Rangers ranks, because Ian McCall has taken up a position on the right side of their midfield, and the switch is moving Ian Ferguson into a central position alongside Kevin Drinkle, with Walters going wider on the left. With Russell to Wishart, impeded there by Monroe right at the corner of the box. Alfred Wishart certainly enjoying the match to the full. He only scored once in the whole of last season, after scoring 4 times the previous season, which really isn't bad going for full-back, but his first of this season coming at an opportune moment for Motherwell. And they have a free kick right in the corner of the box, taken by Kinnaird. And there's an own goal! It is Richard Goff who's given Motherwell the lead. 14 minutes into the second half. It's an excellent free kick. The Rangers defence caught in several minds. Goff trying to head it to the corner, nods it past Nicky Walker, and Motherwell will take the lead. Richard Goff with an own goal. Here's Dave McCabe. Russell inside to Wishart. Free kick against Wilkins, obstruction on Wishart. Oh, Fraser Wishart really cannot get into attacking positions often enough, causing problems every time. He comes forward, Craig Patterson, Chris McCart, numbers 4 and 6, going into the box for Motherwell. Led in by Kinnaird, there's McCabe! Dave McCabe for Motherwell! The goal is chopped off! It's being chopped off for offside. Led in by Kinnaird. Well, it wasn't Dave McCabe who was offside. It was Chris McCart who was penalised. And what a let-off that is for Rangers. McCart's header. Gary Stevens, back straight to McAdam. Ian McCall. Stevens goes ahead to make a decoy. Drinkle. Derek Ferguson reacted well. Here's McCall again with Gary Stevens on the outside. Maxwell full stretch. And a fine piece of goalkeeping by the young keeper. Good build-up this from Rangers. McCall to Stevens on the run with a first-time cross. Maxwell had to take that cleanly, and he did so under pressure. Walters. Drinkle getting it back to Stevens. That's towards Ian Ferguson. The free kick's been given. Whistle could scarcely be heard, and the bedlam Craig Patterson clearly furious with that decision. Feels he was being backed into as he jumped to play the ball. But this is a golden opportunity for Rangers. Alistair Maxwell knows that all right in the Motherwell goal. Mark Walters will be involved. Ray Wilkins will direct traffic. Ian McCall also has some expertise with his left foot from this position. Walters takes it, and it'll be taken again. There was encroachment by the Motherwell wall. Advanced too quickly before the shot was taken. So Motherwell will have to defend again against this set piece from Rangers. Will it be Walters this time, or may he lead this? And it's brilliantly saved by Maxwell. What a superb effort this was from Mark Walters. Angling it in under the crossbar. It's Maxwell at full stretch to save the day for Motherwell. And something has happened off the ball. There's a Motherwell player on the ground. Now, what happened here is not at all clear. But it's Tom Boyd who's down. The referee didn't appear to see anything amiss. He's going to have a word with a police officer. There was something thrown on. But there's no question of there being an incident involving any other player, as far as the referee is concerned. Boyd is back on his feet, and it's Derek Ferguson with the corner kick. Well, will survive again. It's Boyd's clearance into space. And Butcher going up. This is McCall. Good play by Derek Ferguson. Butcher now to McCall. Ball across by Boyd. What a tussle they're having out there, Boyd and McCall. Still Rangers in possession though with Butcher. McCall had another chance to take on Boyd. A fine cross, but Patterson's there. Israel Wilkins and Goff. Linking with Derek Ferguson. Need a chance for Ferguson! Ian Ferguson with a first-time effort. Now when we see this again, you'll see how much space and time Ian Ferguson had. He could have controlled the ball and gone forward, but snatched it in the half volley. And the offside flag halts Paul Kinnaird. So inside the last 5 minutes now. Middle of defence knows they'll have to battle for the last possible second. Up goes McAdam with Goff. It's back to Butcher. Anguish for the Rangers skipper. Goff's presence in the box again important. As he goes up there with McAdam as a weak header out, and there was Butcher. The shot goes well over. Inside is Russell. Fine play from Russell. Scarcely wasted a pass this afternoon. Now Kinnaird coming in from the right. Trying to find McBride in the middle, but Wilkins was back to defend. And here's Ian Ferguson now with some more space for Rangers to exploit an attack. Walters staying deep on the right. Going at Fraser Wishart. Cowan couldn't reach it, there's Ferguson. A golden opportunity for Ian Ferguson. Walters put it in, Cowan lost his footing. There was Ian Ferguson, put off though by Chris McCart. Now Chris McCart bluffs it forward. As Wilkins and Ferguson together. There are just 2 minutes remaining. Cowan plays it forward, there's McBride from Motherwell. One-on-one with Butcher. Butcher will be in trouble, there's no doubt about that. A professional foul by the Rangers captain, incensing the Motherwell players. Well, Terry Butcher has no complaint at all about being in this kind of trouble. So it was Martin McBride who was clear after Cowan played it into space. Butcher with McBride. McBride played it past the Rangers defender, then was taken out of the play. 90 minutes are up, we're into time added on for stoppages and a hectic second half. Can Motherwell hold on? The league leaders battling with all they know to get the equaliser. There's Cowan, back to Wilkins. It was deflected and Maxwell comes across. Is it a goal kick all right? resulted in Richard Goff's own goal. The Motherwell fans will celebrate long into the night.